Hello there you, and welcome to a poxwalker swarm of 5 million zombies that's about to descend on this Imperial Guard defense line. Will the Imperials have enough firepower to win the day, or will Papa Nurgle's swarms descend upon them? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do leave a like and consider subscribing, as that's the best way to support the channel. Now, let's get on with the slaughter. Here we go then, ladies and gentle giants, kicking off at today's absolute slaughter. And why have we got 5 million poxwalkers swarming an Imperial Guard defense position? Because I just wanted to see hundreds of bodies thrown at hundreds of guns. And that's exactly what we're going to get in today's fight here, as the amassed, unwashed horde of the Plague ones here smash into our Imperial Guard defense line. You can see we've got a multi-tiered Imperial Guard defense line here, conscripts on the front and second line, Kriegers holding the village in the center with Leman Russies and the artillery. We've got a couple of box formations on the flank, hoping to hold out against these gigantic menacing swarms here. Look at this already, the Imperial Guard under heavy assault from both flanks and down the center line. I would imagine that the center line's going to have, you know, quite a lot of firepower focused down the center here with all of the artillery guns. I think there's about 200 artillery guns that we've got here, and they're going to be providing such insane firepower to our front line here. There's already grey ones go flying through the air here. Our front line is holding pretty firmly with the Imperial Guard here, using that auto guns to just absolutely lay the smack down into that zombie horde. And look at all that artillery pounding the horde in the background, as well as on the front lines here. Now, we have got Kriegers with shovels on the field. They may activate at any point. They're set to guard, so they could come charging out to their lines here if they so wish. But you can see that the zombie horde is trying to wrap its tentacles here around the outer edges of the Imperial Guard defense, but the Imperials still holding firm. Superior firepower is winning the day, but they are starting to take losses here. They have lost 8,000 troops already. I mean, I say already. The zombies here, 800,000 losses as they smash their way through the first Imperial defense line here. We are seeing a defilade starting to appear as the bodies all pile up on our front line. It's an absolutely magnificent sight here. I love these Imperial artillery guns. Just lay waste to the vast hordes here. See that Lemon Russ firepower as well, lending a zesty fire support to that front line. Our first conscript line is thinning out ever so slightly. Goo is gathering at the feet here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at that. It's a magnificent body pile. It's not tall, but it is thick. And that's what I tell all the ladies. But look at this zombie horde. They're still trying to get around the flank here. The box formation on this side is taking a heck of a beating over here. They are pounding death into the zombies, though. 1.2 million losses so far here for the zombie hordes. 3.7 million to go as a gigantic lake of blood is starting to appear. Oh man, this is absolutely intense here for the Imperial Guard. Are they going to be able to hold these flanks? Luckily, we have got a second defense line here, providing covering fire. So as the zombies do try to break through these little gaps, they are getting focused fired here. But this line is thinning out ever so slowly. Oh man, the conscripts are faltering. Even with all the firepower, look at all these explosions going off here, sending zombies up into the stratosphere. But still, they surge forward. The massive pool on the floor here just getting bigger and bigger by the second. Oh, look at that. They've broken through the second defense line now. It's under full attack here. They have got this cool wing formation, so they should be able to lay down a lot of covering fire. I mean, but look at that. When the horde breaks through, right? The Kriegers in the back over here, extremely patient, I might say. Oh, just as I say that, they all activate and they start to surge forward. The zombies might start feeling some shovel pain pretty soon here. A little bit worried that our artillery guns might become exposed if this box formation falters. But at the moment, we are still good. We've still got two lines here somehow. We've got a triangle defensive formation. That's all that's left of the box formation. But again, they've been racking up them kill counts on the zombies. You can see that we have got another Krieger detachment back here with rifles. They're helping to defend the artillery. So should the zombies push through the flanks here, They're only going to get so far before they're met with a steel wall of guns. Again, the box formation on this side turned into a triangle once again, as the zombies now fully assault our second line. You can see splatterings of Kriegers here are starting to make their way to that front, giving vital breathing room to the conscripts. It's going to be invaluable support, to be honest. The much needed Krieger presence on the front line with the shovels. The only melee units that the Imperials have at the moment. Look at that, it's a full-on assault at the line. But we've got a nice little gathering here. The Kriegers storming forward, shovels in hand, happy gas mask noises galore. The zombies don't know what hit them. As a purity shield, purity seal inbound spade just cleaves through the head. Okay, so it looks like the box formation on this side is pretty much done now. But again, has it provided enough support? The artillery looking a little bit exposed. We have got a few Kriegers here coming to the side. They know that they want to protect that artillery at all costs. And that's exactly what they're doing, providing a distraction here, stopping the zombies from getting past. Meanwhile, the rest of the lines are the full assault here. Imperials now, 2.2 million kills, 2.3 million kills. It's an insane kill counter that they're racking up here. But again, these are only Poxwalkers. And the Poxwalkers have killed 28,000 Imperial Guard now. 35,000 defenders remaining. Let's have a look at our lake over this side, because I think it's slowly becoming impassable over here. I mean, look at this. The zombies are going to have to start building corpse bridges to get across that bad boy. But the assault continues, ladies and gentlemen. It's unrelenting. The poor Imperial Guardian not getting a second to breathe, as thousands of unwashed, maggot-filled, pox-ridden bodies just descend upon them. I mean, quite literally in some cases. Can you imagine just standing here on the back line and a putrid-filled body gets flung at you by artillery? I mean, the sad thing is, even when fighting against Chaos, even if the Imperials win the battle, the Inquisition will likely come in and kill all the Imperial Guardsmen. You know, stop the spread of chaos and all that. Oh man, this is a brutal assault in the center lines here. The zombies are getting mowed down, the Imperials are getting mowed down. Both sides struggling, actually. Again, another massive defilade of bodies has been created in our center. The Kriegsmen, though, forming a solid defensive line now for our guardsmen in our center line here. We should be able to hold out quite nicely. How's the artillery looking? Okay, so I think we might have lost one or two artillery guns here. Overall, still holding out strong on that side. What about over this side? Okay, so yeah, the second line over here is really distracting the zombie hordes, stopping them from being able to push through. The Kriegsmen supporting fire as well, that's coming into the flank of the zombies, is really helping out immensely. And not to mention, of course, the artillery, just sending things scattering through the air. 2 million zombies left. That is absolutely insane here. The Imperials putting up a stalwart defense so far. We've only got, like I said, 2 million zombies. The fact that some 60,000 troops are achieving this is pretty insane. Look at our battlefield. The bodies, man, they're just piled so high. And I love how the Poxwalkers just keep swarming over them. Yeah, it's no problem, you know, just hundreds of my own dead comrades I'm standing on to get there. And then they're greeted with this wall. A wall of steel as they come over the top line. Just hundreds of guns pointed at them. But it is always in the flanks where the game is won and lost. And at the moment, the zombies have got plenty of reinforcements coming into this flank. There's no box formation, it's only that second line and the sheer weight of firepower from the artillery that's actually keeping the horde at bay on this side. We've got, like I said, one or two Kriegers that come in, but that's about it, really. That Blood Lake has provided invaluable defense on this side as well, splitting the attacking army in two, allowing the Imperials to focus fire into certain sectors, like this over here. This has been a very costly push for the zombies. This entire flank has just been riddled with pox and death. Being like I said, this is just the remnants of the second line here, and they've been holding out against these bad boys for a good 5 minutes at least. just piling up the bodies, and it's stopping the zombies from actually properly outflanking them, which is absolutely brilliant. Our front line is still holding firm again, and thanks to the Kriegers that are making their way through. Don't get me wrong, Imperials are still taking losses, but the defense is proving its worth here. 26,000 defenders, 1.4 million attackers. Can the Imperials make their way through this? I mean, we've still got plenty of Kriegers in defense over here. Again, oh load, the artillery over here now is getting woefully exposed. Yeah, I think we're going to start losing some guns over this side, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking a bit daunting. God, look at all the bodies and blood on the floor here. The absolute insanity of the battlefield. But Imperials, like, they're doing it, man. They're holding out somehow. Look at that gigantic horde, though, that is still coming in here. How they've managed to kill this many with so few is actually kind of impressive when you think about it. Again, though, it's sheer weight of firepower, isn't it? If the Imperials had returnn fire coming in, I'm sure this battle would have been over in a matter of moments. It probably would have been over by now, actually. Yeah, if a couple of renegade gunners in amongst this, adding return fire back to the Imperials, that would have been all it's worth. But to be honest, a Poxwalker swarm like this for Chaos, a dime a dozen. This is absolutely no loss, really, to the Chaos army here. Just flinging this many undead at it. I mean, technically, Poxwalkers aren't undead, are they, realistically? They're just humans who've been corrupted. I mean, some of them are undead, I will guarantee that. But, yeah, kind of, quite a few of them are still actually kind of sort of living. It's sort of like that 28 Days Later vibe, isn't it? Where, you know, okay, they've turned beyond human recognition. So you can call them zombies, but they're still technically, they never died. So, yeah. Oh my god, look at that. Monumental assault here. Look at this, it's like juggling zombies. At any one point, there's like 20 zombies in the air here at the moment. The brutal assault continues on the front line here. Oh man. I'm surprised the Imperials just haven't drowned themselves in blood by this point. Like I said, in every single battle, no matter the outcome of the fight, Khorne wins. Because already, a single worshipper of Khorne can do some pretty decent things with a blood lake like this. I mean, the lowliest Khornite could come along and summon some pretty horrific demon from this thing, just because of the amount of blood that's pooled up there. Kind of crazy, actually. Kind of makes you wonder why there isn't way more Khorne incursions than there is in any Imperial army. Like any battlefield that the tower on or anything like that, where there's any battlefield actually for any army. Even Necrons, man. You know, the flayed ones. They're almost Khorne worshippers, literally wearing the skins of your dead enemies. Wonder how that works, like, the flayed ones when they do that kind of stuff. Can Necrons even be influenced by Chaos? I don't think they can. Oh man, that is brutal on this flank. How they've managed to hold this without any real units other than artillery and gunfire is really impressive. The Nommers have really struggled to take out anything on that side. Again though, this is a significant victory on this side. Look at this, we've totally stemmed the flow of reinforcements into this flank. The sheer weight of firepower from both all of the artillery guns and the Lehman Russes here. Oh my god. I love this lake as well. Let's go take a dip. Oh, that is really deep. Little Timmy would be very happy with that. But again, Kriegers holding that front line, providing invaluable support the entire game here. Just giving the conscripts that breathing room that they need to be able to focus the fire. Oh Jesus, look how tall that body pile is. We've literally made a curtain wall now around this village. We've defended the village successfully here and built a defense. Okay, so what I'm quickly going to do is we're going to hit a little bit of a time-lapse camera here. Want to see if the zombies can actually manage to push any of their units around this flank, or are we just going to get an absolute pile up here? We'll be back in a second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, where it appears that we've finally broken the back here of the zombie horde. The flanks are finally secure here. You can see Kriegsmen now making their way up to that front line and just railing into the side of the remaining horde here, who are literally being disintegrated against the conscript line as the focused firepower of tanks, artillery, Kriegsmen and conscripts just annihilates the remaining zombies here. Oh my god. I mean, it was kind of obvious that the Imperials were going to win this. If I'm truly honest, I really just wanted an excuse here to make a monumental body pile like this. And I mean, look at this. It's truly magnificent here, encompassing a half of the village, and we've even added a lovely little lake on this side. Oh, look at the Kriegsmen going for a lovely little paddle. Oh, they are so happy. Well, I think we've successfully had a lovely Kriegsman's holiday over here. I mean, look at them. They're building sandcastles out of the corpses of their enemies. They're paddling in the blood. The artillery in the background is completely spazzing out. You know, everything is truly, truly brilliant here for the Kriegsmen. They've had an absolutely wonderful time, and I hope you have. But unfortunately for them, the Inquisition now has to cleanse the site. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you had a blast. I know I did. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all you channel members who help to keep this channel going. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not? Click the join button down below. And while you're at it, go ahead and check out the amazing Death Before Dishonor hoodies, available now in the ChaoticPinky store. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.